Hey, it's Julian Gordon here, and welcome back to the Build Momentum 28-Day Challenge. Today, I want to talk about how to create more value and accelerate your career. I'm really under the belief that in any career, whether you are an employee or entrepreneur, you always want to be in a space where you're seeking to create more value than you take, right? So, if I want a salary of $100,000, I have to be creating $150,000, $200,000 in value in order for my company to continue paying me that. Now, if I want $200,000 in salary, but I'm only creating $100,000 in value, the math doesn't work out. And in the same way, as an entrepreneur, I'm always seeking to create more value than I take for my clients, right? So I want to create $25,000 in value for their business, and in exchange for that, I may ask for $5,000 as my fee. And so we always want to be in that state. A lot of people, though, they tend to always want to transition with their middle finger up, right? They don't like their job or they don't like their clients, whatever, and they want to leave when their performance is going down. Now, when you think about March Madness, right? When does a player decide to go NBA, right? And I'm talking about NCAA basketball. When does a player decide to enter the NBA draft? When they've had an amazing March Madness, right? They could be a sophomore, and if their team got to the Final Four and they were in the national spotlight and they were balling, they decide to go pro because their stock is high at that moment. Now, if they're a sophomore and their team had a high rank, but they got eliminated in the first round and that individual played poorly and they were thinking about going to the NBA draft, what do? They come back to school for their junior year because their stock wasn't high. They were actually playing on a low level in the national spotlight. And oftentimes when we think about our careers, when we try to change careers when we are at a low point, as opposed to actually changing when we are at a high point. So your current job, wherever you are, for those of you who have traditional jobs, your current job is your greatest asset in your career transition. Your current job is your greatest asset in your career transition. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but you actually have to do something amazing for them to actually position yourself to make a transition to that which you ultimately want, right? If you go into an interview and you have no recent examples of evidence of success that you created for your current employer because you've been decreasing your effort and performance over the past year, 18 months, then that's only going to hurt you. So you always want to be in a space of high performance. So this year I want to show you how you can set intentions to actually be in a space of high performance where you're at. And so I want you to turn to this particular worksheet. It's called Career Experiences. Again, we're focusing on experiences. And so the first prompt is 2 new resume bullets to add based on my performance in this previous or last year. Right? When you think about what you did and how you impacted your current employer this year, or your current company, what are your 2 resume bullets that you're actually proud to add to your resume or to your LinkedIn profile? So I grew a publishing business by 10x in 1 year with a unique multi-pronged marketing campaign. I helped 50 entrepreneurs grow their business by 25% through the focus group mastermind, right? These are resume bullets that I'm proud of. They are result specific, right? They have numbers connected to them when you can. Otherwise, you might have to do a qualitative resume bullet, which is like taking a room from messy to clean. I could quantify a messy to clean room. I could say number of clothes on the floor, it was 10 and now it's 0, right? But in the event that you do not have numbers for your resume bullets, then do some sort of qualitative point A to point B analysis. The next prompt is 2 new resume bullets that I want to add by the end of this upcoming year. This is what I call an aspirational resume. Aspirations mean that it's out in the future. By the end of the next 365 days, this is what I want to be able to add to my resume. So I want to be able to add that I grew masterminds.org to 1,000 teams and 5,000 players, and that I sold 100,000 copies of my guide to graduation to 50 schools across the country. Right? So this is what I want to be able to add. I'm setting an intention for my career experiences in the upcoming year. The next prompt is 2 ways I can be more valuable contribution to my company in the upcoming year. One, I can stick to my vision laid out in the Entrepreneur Year Plan and be consistent. If you didn't get that, make sure you go check that out, the Entrepreneur Year Plan. And then I can hire an amazing project manager to improve our organization, our processes, and our efficiency. That's going to allow me to be a greater contribution to my company this year. Then 2 ways I can be more valuable contribution to my clients in 2017. I can empower individuals and to create their own mastermind groups where they are. And in the college market, I can improve the guided graduation to meet their students' needs. I can redesign it to be even a more powerful tool for my particular clients. And then finally, 2 ways I can be a higher contribution to my colleagues, to the people I work with on a daily basis. One, I can trust, empower, and delegate. Right? No micromanaging. I can really trust that I hired the right people and that if I give them all the tools and resources that they need and a clear direction and vision, that they will deliver. And then I can document all of my processes and create standard operating procedures so that we can expand. It's easier to expand because all of we are actually starting to think of our business as franchisable, right? Not to say that we're going to franchise it, but we want to document all of our stuff so that we can become more and more efficient and we can hire to particular tasks. So these are the career experiences that I want to have in the upcoming year. And so what I want you to do now is take a moment to come up with your 2 resume bullets from last year, 2 aspirational resume bullets for this upcoming year, 2 ways that you can be a more contribution and more valuable to your company, to your clients, and to your colleagues. And from there, you will have your intentions and career experiences set for the upcoming year. All right. So I will see you in the next video as we get into more specified experiences in the Build Momentum 28-Day Challenge.